looks like the vast majority of homeowners, property owners in BC will be getting this letter, as far as we can tell.
The Canadian Taxpayers Federation is speaking out against what it calls the negative billing surrounding the BC speculation tax, a tax about to be applied on properties that are not the primary resident of the owner. Homes will be taxed as empty unless the owner fills out a form declaring otherwise. These letters are expected to be mailed out this week to around 1.6 million people, even though there are only about 35,000 properties affected.
Informing them that unless they opt out, unless they contact the government and plead their case, they are going to be taxed as a speculator in this province.
She calls the process complicated and confusing.
But what's interesting is apparently every single person whose name is on a property, that could be your spouse or your adult children, needs to fill this out, and they need to fill it out every single year. So for a lot of British Columbians, this is really feeling like it's too heavy a hand.
So what's going to happen when everybody gets their notification in the spring and you start getting checks in the mail because people interpret it as a bill, and they will, and they laugh this off as if it's, oh well, we'll deal with that, and we've had to deal with that before, and we'll provide education. Well, here we have people getting concerned, just as I suggested.
But BC's Premier says the process is reasonable.
I'm confident that people will be quite happy to tick a box saying, I do not speculate in the real estate market, and go out and find those that are and make them pay the cost that will bring down housing prices for regular families and provide more opportunities for people to live and thrive in British Columbia.
The idea that this is all going to be easy, I think, is really far-fetched. Just think 1.6 million letters. Think of all the problems that could come from that. What if you accidentally are billed this? They're now promising that they'll pay it back within 6 years. That's an awful long time to wait for your own money to be repaid back to you because of a government mistake.
The counter-argument is, dear speculator, please identify yourself. And I'm not confident that that's the most effective way to identify speculation.
The tax rate on speculation properties is 0.5% of what the home's value was assessed at in 2018. The deadline to complete your declaration is March 31st. In Vancouver, Andrea Macpherson, City News.